Hello and welcome to another Sprues and Brews unboxing. Today we are looking at the new Eldritch Omens Battlebox for Warhammer 40,000, pitting the Chaos Space Marines against the Eldari, with both forces receiving some amazing new models in this box. So first of all, massive thanks to Games Workshop for sending us this copy a little bit early to review. Yeah, I'm really excited to check this out and see the new miniatures. I am a big Chaos Space Marine fan. Fellow Spruer Jay is in love with the Eldar, so yeah, we're going to be eagerly digging into this box, getting the miniatures built, and hopefully by the time this video goes out, I should have the at least the Chaos Space Marines painted. I'm sure the Eldar will be on the way too, so what I'll do, I'll stick in some footage of the finished miniatures at the end of this video, just so you can see what they look like in the flesh. So let's pop this over and have a quick look at the details of this battle box. So basically we get a force of Chaos Space Marines led by a Warpsmith taking on a Eldar force, a very Ranger flavoured Eldar force led by a new plastic Autarch. Everything apart from the Forge Fiend in this box is brand new as well, so yeah, I've got a feeling we're going to see both of these factions get codexes in a main release during the year. I think this box is going to be a precursor of that. I don't think the Eldar are going to be too far away, so this might be a really nice kind of jump on point if you want to start a new Eldar army. As with other battle boxes, you also get a little supplement with some kind of some missions and some rules in there just to use the forces out of the box for your games. So yeah, let's have a look inside and see what we get. So, taking the lid off, as ever, we've got a big box full of plastic frames. What we'll do is we'll pull out some of these and have a nosy. So, first of all, we have got the Shroud Runners. So these are the new jet bikes. They're basically Ranger jet bikes, and they are new to this box. They look really, really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing these built up and painted, because all these new Eldar models look really, really nice. Some cool details on there. A lot of the Eldar range has obviously some of them are quite old models, so obviously for a new release one of the options is always update some of those old you know, resin kits, I guess some of them are. So it's nice to see them invent a brand new unit here, and I think these are going to be really fun to paint up. So essentially these are, I guess, Ranger jet bikes with sniper rifles. They look really, really cool, and yeah, I'm interested in seeing how they perform in the game. There are rules for all this in the box as well. So that's the Shroud Runners. We also get, we'll get out the Eldar bits first. So, for the Eldar, we also get the new plastic Autarch. Now this has got a load of different weapon options and is compatible with the current winged Autarch kit, giving you a load of options for building your Eldar characters. So yeah, I can see this being quite handy to use to convert up other characters, or just, you know, build this straight out of the box. Again, some really nice iconic bits like the kind of winged helm and the back banner. That just screams Eldar to me. I've got a feeling this might be one of those miniatures that we see a lot of Golden Demon entries for as well, as people show off their painting skills. So that is really, really nice. And then the final set of Eldar models that we get are the new plastic Rangers. So again, this is an older kit that was previously in metal, I think. I don't know if they ever recast them in fine cast. And they're replaced with a new plastic kit that echoes a lot of the stylings of the Ranger out of Blackstone Fortress. So yeah, I think that's a starting point for how these guys are going to look. As with the other kits that we've seen, you also get a little statue. I don't know if they've got an in-game effect. They might do in the new Eldar book, that'd be cool. But it looks like all of the different aspects have got a little kind of, I guess, shrine to the aspect that they follow, which is cool. But yeah, these are cool. It's quite small kind of 3-part frame for this one. And yeah, really, really nice. So that is the Eldar stuff in the box. We also get some Chaos Space Marines as well. So we'll start with the existing kit, the Forge Fiend. This is the Demon Engine for the Chaos Space Marines. This kit can build the Forge Fiend or the Mauler Fiend, basically a close combat variant or a shooty variant. Obviously it's an older kit, but it's still a nice kit. I do like this kit. It's pretty cool. And there's a few different weapon options and stuff on there. So as with all this stuff in this battle box, these are all kind of multi-part miniatures, so you can build them as whatever variant that you want, so you're not like locked into a certain build. So that is the Forge Fiend. Really nice model. But then we also get some brand new Chaos Space Marine models as well. The first of which being the new Plastic Chosen. Now, when we first saw these previewed, I was a little bit concerned that we'd have kind of fixed weapon options. And when I first looked at the sprues as well, I kind of eyeballed it. I thought, oh, okay, we're going to have you have to have one with lightning claws, one with an axe. That's not actually the case. You get quite a few weapon options. We'll see when we get to the instructions in a little bit. But basically, you can build only one with lightning claws. You can build 2 with combi weapons. Or you can build any of them with any variety of the close combat weapons that they've got as well. And I think there's about 10 or 11 different heads. So yeah, there's going to be quite a bit of variety here for putting together your Chosen, which is really nice. Obviously, hopefully, when we see a new Chaos Space Marine book, these guys get a bit of an update in their rules. I don't believe the profile they've got in this box is updated. We'll look at it in a little bit, but off the top of my head, they still only have 1 wound, and I'm pretty sure it's the old profile, so I imagine Chaos Space Marines will be following the Eldar maybe in a couple of months, so maybe at that point we'll start to see some updated rules for them. But yeah, there's loads of cool details on here. I think the last Plastic Chosen were from the Dark Vengeance box, so that's how old those are. So yeah, really nice to get a proper plastic kit for these. And then the final kit in the box is the new Warpsmith. So this is your Chaos Tech Marine, for want of a better word. And again, really, really nice model with some really cool details on there. I do very much like the look of this. You've got 2 weapon options as well. So you can give it a hammer or you can give it a kind of axe. And also there's a couple of options for your shoulder pads there as well. So yeah, again, I think this is going to be another really nice one to paint up and build. So yeah, that's all the plastic stuff in the box. Let's have a look at all the paper components and see what is left in here. So we'll just take these out for 1 second. You do get bases for everything in the box. It's worth noting that the Warpsmith's actually on a kind of an oval base to give him space to fit all himself on there, so that's pretty nice. We have got an Eldar transfer sheet, and I believe this is a new transfer sheet as well, which is cool. Lots of runes and stuff. Yeah, I think this is different than the one that they previously had, so that's pretty nice. Equally, we get a Chaos Space Marine transfer sheet. That is definitely the existing one. So that one's quite old now, 2018. That came out, covering the Night Lords, Word Bearers, Iron Warriors, Thousand Suns, Alpha Legion, and the Black Legion. So yeah, I'll be painting the stuff in the box as Word Bearers, so we'll definitely be using those, so that's cool. Into the paper stuff, we'll have a look at the instructions first. Obviously this will detail how to build all the models. The instructions from Game Director are really easy to follow now. They're step by step, there's no messing around with how to build them really, so don't need to worry about that. If it's your first time building the models, dead easy, just take your time and follow the instructions. Obviously the Warpsmith, like we've said, has got a couple of weapon options and a couple of head options, so that's nice. Looks like it goes together really nice. And then the Chosen, we have got quite a lot of options with the weapons, so that's good to see. Again, we've got 3 head variations and 2 chest pieces for the the champion as well. So if you're going to have a couple of units of Chosen, there will be quite a bit of variety in this kit. And likewise with the weapons, you can have two kind of with guns across the chest, and you've got an option of your various combi weapons for them, or you can actually build all four of them with close combat weapons. So it's good that you get enough parts to do both. Obviously it depends on what you want to use them for. You might want to have them tooled out for close combat. You can't go wrong with a couple of, you know, short range melter guns or something to throw at a unit. In honesty, I'm just going to be building what looks cool on these rather than what's effective in the game. So yeah, we'll see those at the end of the video once I've built them up. But it looks like there's lots of options, lots of parts, and you should have a nice Chosen squad by the end of it. And obviously we've got the Forge Fiend and the Mauler Fiend, and you do get the instructions for both the variants within the box as well. In some older kind of start collecting boxes and sets like this, Games Workshop tended to only print one of the variations of the instructions in here. You get them both, so you can build it as each variation, so that's cool. Onto the Eldar. The Autarch, like we mentioned earlier, has got a load of weapon options, a load of head options. It's going to be a really nice versatile kit for conversions as well, and making an awesome looking Autarch. We then go on to the Rangers, who look quite straightforward to put together. You've got a bit of variation in the heads, but on the whole they kind of build one way, so they'll be quite simple to build. So yeah, they look really nice. A couple of variations in bodies here and there, but no, they're cool. And then finally we get the jet bikes. You build the bikes themselves first, and then you've got a couple of variations on poses and stuff. So again, they look like a really nice kit to build, and they should be quite interesting. We've got some old style flying bases now. The flying stands that they've had over the years have changed. Some have been better than others. These are your stock standard flying bases. Don't stick it to it, and then you can pivot around and remove it for storage and stuff. So again, makes that easy. So yeah, really nice set. Looking forward to building the miniatures. What you also get in the Eldritch Omens box, however, is the Eldritch Omens supplement. So this goes through the storyline for this box, and yeah, gives us some rules and content for the game. So let's have a look in here. So starting off, we get a bit of an introduction into the Nakmund War. So that is the Warzone Nakmund is where the current story arc is set for the next 6 months, and all the supplements that have come up for pre-order over the last couple of weeks are set within there. So the chapter approved book, the missions are set within the Nakmund sector. We've got the recent Nakmund narrative supplement set here as well. So I think what Games Workshop are trying to do is tie all the various releases over a 6-month kind of story arc into the same location. So that's pretty cool. There's a few mentions of the Exodites in here, which is interesting. And I do wonder if we're going to see them return into the fold. I think that'd be really, really cool to see. I'd certainly be excited to see the Exodites return, and this is an Exodite world that this battle box is set on. So yeah, interesting. So we then go into the kind of rules content of the book. Colour pictures of all the models in the box as well, and I've got to say they all look absolutely gorgeous. Particularly the Shroud Runners look really, really pretty. And then we get some rules. So this is basically a little campaign covering 2 missions. We get some Crusade rules for both of the factions in this box, and we get profiles for all the miniatures in here as well. The Eldar ones look to be new. I will say the Chaos ones look to be using the old data sheet for the Chosen, so let's have a look at those. So first of all, we get the Theatre of War rules for Goliath down, if you want to have forces fighting on here. So we get some tactical ruses and equipment ruses that you can select in these campaigns. It's more of a narrative campaign than a kind of match play series of games, really to use the forces out of this box to fight against each other. It then takes us through 2 missions. Again, if you've seen any of the recent ones, so Shadow Throne had a similar format where you get a nice narrative, we get the mission itself, and then you get some bonuses based on how the various units have performed during the game. And then it follows it up with Chaos taking their counter-attack and getting their revenge on the Eldari for what they've done. So yeah, really nice. Again, they could be something that you could integrate into your own kind of narrative story. Even just to use the force out of this box and play through these missions is pretty fun though, so that's really nice. We then get some Crusade rules for both of the factions in the box. Now, we're massive fans of Crusade here on Sprues and Brews. It's pretty much exclusively how we play 40k at the moment, so it's good to see this kind of stuff. We get some battle traits for the Rangers infantry units. So long shots add 18 inches to the range characteristic of long rifles. That's crazy good. Rapid aim, you don't suffer the penalty for moving with heavy weapons. And guerrillas, you change the type characteristic of shuriken pistols to pistol 2, and they can shoot when they fall back, so that's pretty nice. And then the Shroud Runners get the ability to shoot when they fell back. Each time a ranged attack targets the unit, if the attack is more than 18 inches away, they're treated as being in light cover, and a 5+ invulnerable save against range attacks. So again, all really, really nice. We then get some relics. So the Cloak of the Shade Walker. Each time a range attack is made against this model, an unmodified hit roll or wound roll of 1 to 3 always fails. And each time a range attack is allocated to the bearer while it's receiving the benefits of cover, add an additional 1 to save and throw. So again, that makes your character a little bit more resilient. And then we've got the Exile Glaive. So I assume that's an old Exodite weapon, perhaps. It is strength ×3, AP -3, 2 damage. Really, really nice. An Exarch with that could be pretty tasty. Likewise, the Chaos Space Marines also get some Crusade bits as well. So Forge Fiends, if they stay stationary, they get +1 to hit, which is nice. Reckless Salvos, it doesn't suffer the penalty to hit for heavy weapons if it's shooting within engagement range. So basically, if it's in combat and shoots with its heavy weapons, it doesn't get the -1 to hit that you'd normally get. And then Hate-Filled Volleys. When it makes a range attack that targets the closest enemy unit, add 1 to the strength characteristic for the attack. So that's pretty cool. And then the Warpsmith gets some as well. So Sentient Mechatendrils. Each time the model makes a repair roll, it regains 3 lost wounds instead of D3. Pretty cool. Mechanical Affinity. If this model is part of your Crusade army and it was not destroyed, at the end of the battle you can ignore an out-of-action test for a vehicle. That's pretty cool. And Demonic Dominion. When a friendly demon engine is within 9 inches of the unit, you can reroll hits, and if it explodes, you can add or subtract 1 from the D6, so you can kind of encourage it to explode, so that's pretty nice. And again, you get a couple of relics as well. So the Corodax, a strength ×2, AP -2, 2 damage power axe. And each time an attack is made with a weapon allocated to a model with a 3+ save or better, the damage has a weapon characteristic, damage characteristic of 3, so that's cool. And then Hate Blaze is a relic flamer. Assault 2d3, range 12, strength 5, AP -1, 2 damage, auto hit. So basically a better flamer. So yeah, that's pretty cool too. So then we go on to the data sheets, and it's worth noting that the data sheets on here call out Codex Eldari, which obviously doesn't exist yet. It's presumably out within the next couple of months, so once that book comes out we'll get the full picture for some of these rules. The Chaos Space Marine book is referenced for the other profiles on the back of here, so again, really they're older profiles. I imagine they'll all get refreshed when the new Chaos book comes out at some point this year. But yeah, the Autarch, he looks pretty cool. You've got all sorts of different weapons you can give to him, which is really, really nice. Yeah, you're going to have some fun tooling out this guy because he has got an awful lot of options. You can give it Howling Banshee Mask, Mind Blaster, Swooping Hawk Wings, Warp Spider Jump Generator. Obviously some of these options are in the existing plastic winged Autarch kit, like your Swooping Hawk Wings. Yeah, pretty cool. So we've got Battle Focus and Strands of Fate, which are obviously new abilities that are in the new Eldar book. We don't know what they do yet. Hopefully it's not too long till that book gets released though, that we can find out what they do. There's been some rumours online with Strands of Fate potentially being a miracle dice kind of system. Battle Focus sounds very similar to the old Eldar ability of moving after they shot, so again, we'll see what that rule actually reflects when the book's out. Path of Command. Well, a friendly Craft World core unit is within 6 inches of this model. Each time a model at the unit makes an attack, reroll a hit of 1. It has got a 4+ invulnerable save. And Superlative Strategist. While it's on the battlefield, or is on a transport on the battlefield, you can use the command reroll stratagem twice per phase instead of 1. So that's really cool, being able to do 2 rerolls. Again, I guess it represents the Eldari going to be able to glimpse fate and change things subtly to fit their aid, so that's cool. We then have the Rangers. Now I don't know if these have changed from the existing incarnation of them. They hit on 2s, the long rifle, 36 inches heavy, 1 strength 4. It ignores Lookout Sir, and each unmodified wound of 6 does a mortal wound in addition to any other damage. That's cool. They've got a Gloom field, so if the attack is more than 18 inches away, they treat it as having the benefits of dense cover. Wire Weave Net. Once per battle, when an enemy unit declares the bearer's unit as a target of a charge, you can choose for the bearer to activate the Wire Weave Net. If you do, on a 2+, the enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wound and subtracts 2 from the charge roll. So nice little kind of charge deterrence on them. We have got, again, a few rules that are locked to the Codex Eldari book. So advanced positions, I assume, is a setup on the battlefield kind of rule. And again, it's got the Strands of Fate and Battle Focus that we've seen on the Autarch. And then Ranger Cloak, when it gets the benefit of cover, it gets an additional 1 to that save. So that's pretty nice. We then have the Shroud Runners. So these are the new jet bikes. Toughness 4, 3 wounds each, 4+ save. Again, hitting on 2s. They've got the same rifle that the Rangers on foot have got. They've got Battle Focus and Strands of Fate. Ride the Wind. When it advances, do not make an advance roll. It instead moves 6 inches. They have Shroud Runner cloaks that give them the benefit of light cover. Each time a range attack is allocated, they get additional 1 to their armor save throw if they're receiving the benefits of cover. So again, your saves are going to be pretty good if you keep these things in cover. And then Swift Scouts, at the start of the first battle round, they can make a normal move. So considering the movement 16, there is a restriction here. They can't get within 9 inches of any models, but you'll be able to get them into a decent position in the first turn of the game. So again, they look pretty fast. They look nice. Yeah, interesting to see how they perform. On to the Chaos side. I don't think there's any changes from the existing Chaos book. So the Warpsmith basically is a tech marine. He can either repair friendly vehicles, or he can cause mortal wounds to enemy vehicles. So that's pretty nice. And again, you've got the option of the Thunder Hammer or the Axe. The Chosen haven't had a change in their profile, so they've still only got 1 wound. As ever, there's a whole load of different weapon options you can give them. You know, you can give them Marks of Chaos, all the usual stuff. Again, I imagine this will probably get redone when they get a new codex. I know Chaos players have been crying out for some updates for a long time. We'll get that second wound soon, I'm sure. And then likewise, we get the rules both for the Forge Fiend and the Mauler Fiend, so you can build whichever variety you want in this box and use it within these games. So that's pretty cool. It's worth noting out, we don't get any points values within this book, so they will be tied to the codexes when they come out. And here we are a little bit later with everything painted up, and gotta say, there's some absolutely gorgeous models in the box. We'll have a quick look at all the various units that we get. So first of all, the Chaos Chosen are really nice. They are fully multi-part, so there are different options for melee weapons and range weapons on them. I think you get two combi weapons. You get enough melee weapons to give each model in the unit 1, so that's pretty cool. Power Fist, Twin Lightning Claws, 2 Plasma Pistols off the top of my head. So yeah, they're really nice to put together. With all the different head options as well, you're going to have some variety if you do go for a big 10-man squad of Chosen as well. So yeah, really nice detail on these guys. Really, really enjoy painting them up. Also on the Chaos side, we've got the Warpsmith. Again, another really, really nice model with a load of detail. He's on quite a long base with his kind of tentacles dragging behind him. But yeah, really, really cool model. We're going to have full pictures of these all on the website as well. Slightly better than my one-handed filming here. And then the Mauler Fiend as well. It's an old model, but it's still a really nice kit. So yeah, really, really cool. So that is all the Chaos models in the box. They look really nice. And then the Eldar. Now these are absolutely gorgeous. So we've got the jet bikes. They are really cool. Jay's painted these in a nice kind of blue and yellow colour scheme with a bit of a mottled effect on the bikes, which look really nice. Again, quite a distinctive kit as well with the two riders, with the gunner and the rider separate. We've got the new Autarch. We'll grab him a second, or her a second, sorry. And again, really, really cool model. Fully compatible with the current Autarch kit as well. Really, really nice, that glaive. Jay's done a really nice job on that. Yeah, really cool. Love that. And then finally, we've got the Rangers in the box too. Another really nice kit with loads of details on them. Massive upgrade from the previous Ranger kit. And again, they're really cool. So yeah, so that is the contents of the box. Really, really nice models. And I think the price is £125. I think that's been confirmed now. So you do save money over buying the kit separately. Obviously it's not as big of a discount as some of the past battle boxes they've got. But you've got to bear in mind you're getting a lot of these kits early as well, and you are getting a total discount, if not as much as some of the previous ones. So, you know, if you're an Eldar or a Chaos player, and ideally you know somebody else who plays the other faction, then it seems a no-brainer to get this box. So yeah, massive thanks to Games Workshop for sending us a copy. I've got a full write-up on the website with some better pictures of all these models as well, so check that out. But until next time, we'll see you later.